Hi, I'm Sam here at Rick Jones Pianos with a Yamaha model U1 built in Hamamatsu, Japan in 1980. This is the very common 48-inch upright from Yamaha, 48 inches tall or 122 centimeters if you prefer. Polished ebony in a beautiful case, which I cleaned up a bit before this video, got the brass nice and shiny. It's not 100% perfect. I see a blemish there. I think there's a blemish on the side, but it's in, I would say, very good condition for its age, and it gives us an indication, us as technicians, that this piano was not abused by its previous owner or heavily used. It was well taken care of, and it's had an easy life so far. And that is why we are comfortable putting a 10-year warranty on this piano, just like we would any other piano in our inventory. A 10-year warranty, all parts and labor, and 100% lifetime trade-up guarantee. We do ask that you make sure to have it in tune twice a year, please, by a technician and in moderate stable humidity. And if you do that, you can, whenever you want in the future, trade in this piano for precisely its instrument sales price and merely pay the difference in price between Piano 1 and Piano 2, plus any tax or long-distance shipping if it pertains. But I don't think you'll feel a need to do that with this piano anytime soon. I worked on it earlier today, just tuned it. Super cooperative piano, just a dream for us technicians to work on. They're very friendly for us to service, very easy to take apart. There were some minor issues that I was able to correct without any problems. It just worked. And tuned up beautifully, nice clear sound. Able to get a very solid, clean tuning. It's just everything about these pianos, in my opinion, is just, it makes it so easy for us, and it makes it easy for us to get good results when we work on them. And that's why so many piano technicians recommend them to their tuning clients. And I think it's a big part also why piano teachers recommend these pianos to their students so often. You'll find these all over the world in music schools, teaching studios, practice rooms, because they're reliable, predictable, and they get the job done, and they really help students learn how to develop as they continue to practice piano and continue to inspire them to want to play more music. And it's a piano that doesn't get in your way, it's just there for the music, and this one I think is a prime example of that. I thought the tone and touch were both very neutral. The tone, what that means for tone, on a scale from 1 to 10, from mellow to bright, it's right in the middle out of 5. It's really just not too much one way or another. It has the clarity you would expect from any Yamaha. That's, in my opinion, part of their design ideal. They always want a clear sound, but that doesn't always mean it's going to be bright sounding. I've played many Yamahas that are mellow, still with a clear sound. This one is really it's not really mellow or bright, it's right in between. And I think a wide variety of music would sound good on this piano for that reason. And I mentioned the touch is neutral too. It's very agreeable, very smooth, very responsive across the keyboard. I didn't feel that I was losing control when I was playing very softly. It was very responsive to different subtleties of playing softly, something which in my opinion Yamahas in general are good at, and I think this one is particularly good at it. But it also felt firm enough so that when you really want to dig in and play big crashing chords. That last piece was by Isaac Albéniz, a Spanish composer of the late 1800s and 1900s. A lot of composers active during that time period really wrote music like that. Rachmaninoff, for example, and I know there are students and teachers alike who prefer a touch that's going to have at least some resistance when they're playing that type of music. This piano has that, but it's not too much. Again, right in the middle out of 5 on a scale from 1 to 10, from light to firm. Very agreeable, and furthermore, since this piano has a tone and touch of 5 and 5, I highly recommend it for anyone new to the piano, especially if you're a family, your children are beginning to learn how to play, and you really don't know what sort of piano you might be looking for. Musically, whether it should have an easy, hard touch, light, firm touch, bright, mellow sound, whatever you don't know. This is right in the middle of all that, and I think it's a very safe choice. And moreover, if you end up having to play a variety of different pianos in the school that have a different musical qualities, schools get what they can get. This being in the middle of all that, in my opinion, will make you better prepared for a variety of pianos later on. So really, this sets you up for success if you're a student. And I think well, as I said, I don't think you'll feel a need to trade this piano in anytime soon, so long as you take good care of it. It's really a pleasure to play. I rather enjoy it right now. And it's ready to go with you musically for many decades to come, as long as you treat it well. So the trade-in is merely an option. One more thing, it does have a middle pedal practice mute, which is pretty much standard fare in Yamaha U1s. Not everyone has them, but 99% of them do. And this one operates just as normal. You press the middle pedal down, move it to the left, holds itself in place, and it will put a curtain of felt in between the hammers and the strings so that the hammers don't strike the string directly, it strikes it indirectly, making it much softer. Compared to the normal sound, it's a substantial reduction in volume, and especially good for anyone who lives in the row home or apartment and you don't want to disturb your neighbors. So really wonderful piano. I think one of the better U1s I've played recently. I highly encourage you to come see it for yourself, play for yourself, and take a look at the rest of our inventory. But if you can't make it, you can always give us a phone call or send us an email if you have any questions. Thanks.